We just had a strong Kamchatka 5 magnitude earthquake in a volcanic field of 3 volcanoes, one of them the Volca volcano. But this is just after yesterday's 7.8 magnitude. Others say it's 7.5. And we have had swarms, big earthquakes there. We know that this is on the Ring of Fire. Let's take a look at the map. Seismo Berkeley. This was yesterday's big earthquake of 7.5, 7.8, initially 7.5. And it was surprisingly reported to USGS, even though hardly anybody lives there. But you can see that it was an area that has been very much shaken. The USGS stops the block of shaking, but if we extrapolate, we can imagine where these things went to. It must have gone, all of this area must have been affected. And this is exactly where I have the little hand. This is where we had today's quake. Deep quake, 188 kilometers down, which is very deep. It's under the crust. And it's in an area of volcanoes, and we'll see together. This whole area is volcanic. Kamchatka is full of volcanoes. 109 volcanoes, they say, are right here on this island. And then we have the Aleutian Islands there. Let's take a look at our map again. Okay, take this off. And we only have the big ones. We don't have the little ones, but that's okay. Okay, this is the Aleutian Islands. Sorry, okay. And they did not have a tsunami, so it didn't affect Hawaii, from what the USGS says. And this is where we are today. 188 kilometers down, 108 kilometers depth, and it's in an area, sorry, that's the other one that we had over, as you can see, it's a swarm that we had over the area of the 7.5. The 7.5, then we had the 5.1, and then we had the 4.4. Basically the same depth. The big one was 56 kilometers. The other ones were more shallow. But this one here, the 5 magnitude, is right here, as we can see. Let's go into it. They don't have a shake map, but we can understand how significant that is because it's in an area full of volcanoes. And that's it right here. This is where our earthquake took place. Okay, I'm trying to get back into Google Earth. Here we are. Okay, yes, sorry. Here we are. Okay. That's it right there. And this is the Ushkovsky volcano. That's the Volcan Sobka volcano. And this is the Benjamin or Benjamin volcano. Okay. So they're all together, as you can see. And that's where this deep quake took place. And that means that something is coming up. That means something may be coming up. You know, they had a list of volcanoes here, and one of the extinct, they thought it was extinct. There was an extinct volcano. They called it extinct. They didn't even have it on the list of volcanoes. And to their surprise, this was about 6 months ago or so, they found that it was filled to the brim with magma. And they informed the residents that it may blow. So you can understand, there's a lot of magma under there, obviously. It's on the Ring of Fire, as we can see. It's on a subduction zone. And obviously, because of the fact that we had the 7.5 here, the shaking, obviously, I would assume, and we did wait for something to be jolted there. Obviously, the big earthquake jolts everything else. Okay, so that's our 3 volcanoes there. Of course, there's a lot of volcanoes everywhere, as you can see. All this is a line of volcanoes. All of this is a line of volcanoes, as you can see all the way down here. Okay, and let's go back to our area. And volcano discovery. This is our area right here. Vyshkovsky and Benjamin, we'll call it Benjamin volcano, okay, and the volcan right there. And these are all the volcanoes on Kamchatka. This is on volcano discovery. All of these volcanoes of Kamchatka in alphabet, well, no, they're not in alphabetical. They're every which way. Okay, there we go right there. That's them. And let me see. I think let's see, which one is that one? Shiverluk. That's Shiverluk. It is erupting. En éruption in French means it is erupting. Okay? And last updated today. Active lava dome growing. So we have an area there. We have lava domes growing in these volcanoes. So that means that there must be magma trying to come up. Which one is this one? This is the Kluchevskoy, again. Today updated, volcanic ash advisory, because it is erupting. It's 4 out of 5. Stratovolcano en éruption, it's erupting. Okay? And this is a yellow one. That's the Benjamin volcano. That's where we had our earthquake. En vigilance. It means be vigilant. It's at 2 of 5. Last updated way back. This is December 30th, 2019. Growing lava dome in summit caldera. Possible viscous lava flow on upper western flank. Okay, so this is where this is exactly where our earthquake took place today. Right there. Okay, that is our Benjamin volcano and growing lava dome and viscous lava flow on upper western flank possible. So this is what we're having. The lava is, the magma is coming in, volcanic ash advisory, and where's the other one? They're up there. That's a little bit further up, and that is erupting, active lava dome growing. So this is the situation. Okay, that's Shiverluk over there. That should be Shiverluk over there. What's the name of it? Does it have an? Okay, it doesn't want to put it. Let's put it in. That's Shiverluk right there. Yes. Okay, so you can understand that this quake that we had yesterday, the 7.8, which was very big, was around here, and the quake that we just had today, which was very deep, means that there is magma rushing into this area from what we just saw in volcano discovery. Now, if you go to this, will they say any, let's go back to our, let's go take the data from that and the information. The tectonics, as we see, from Japan up to here, it's that whole arc right there. What did we have in Japan lately? Yes, okay, we did 4.2, of course, 4.2. How deep was that? That was 42 kilometers. Okay, and going back, we had, okay, as you can see, we had activity there as well. Now, yes, we're going back to our information. The information, the Kamchatka Peninsula, it marks a region where the Pacific plate subducts into the mantle beneath the Okhotsk microplate, a proposed regional subdivision of the larger North American plate. The subduction is responsible for the generation of the Kuril Islands chain. Volcanoes along the entire arc and the deep Kuril Kamchatka trench relative to the fixed North American plate. and they move about 79 millimeters a year, which is very fast, near the northern end, and 83 adjacent to Hokkaido in Japan, right there, the North Island. So that's pretty fast. The southern section of the Chiral arc oblique subduction results in the partitioning of stress into both trench normal thrust earthquakes and trench parallel strike slip earthquakes. This oblique convergence also drives the southwestern translation of the Chiral arc. Okay. Now, north of approximately 44 degrees altitude, adjacent to the island of Urup, convergence becomes dominantly trench normal. But, the Kamchatka region frequently experiences large magnitude 7 and magnitude 8 earthquakes. In the 114 years since 1900, 133 large, 12 great earthquakes occurred along the arc. Damaging tsunamis followed and large interplate megathrust earthquakes, including the 2003 September 25th Hokkaido earthquake, the November 6, 1958, 8.4, February 3rd, 1923, 8.4 Kamchatka earthquake, generating 8-meter tsunami, 8 meter, 24 feet, 25 feet. And the largest megathrust earthquake to occur in the arc 20th century is November 4th, 1952, 9 magnitude event. Okay, so the most large earthquakes along the Chiral Kamchatka arc occur at shallow or intermediate depths. The region also hosts large events that rupture at depths greater than 300 kilometers. Well, this one here was almost what? Almost 200, 188 kilometers. Where are we? Okay, this one, almost 200. The most significant of these deep focus earthquakes to date was the May 24th, 2013 magnitude 8.3 event in the Sea of Okhotsk, currently the largest deep focus earthquake on record. The earthquake occurred as a result of normal faulting within the subducted Pacific slab approximately 600 kilometers below the Earth's surface. It was felt as far away as Moscow in Russia, nearly 6,500 kilometers to the west. Okay, so that was the 8.3, and it was obviously big. Now, that was 600, the slab approximately 600 kilometers below. But this, what we're talking about here now, is this earthquake in this area here. Okay, so obviously there's an inflow of magma, as we saw before here. Active lava dome growing, and no, that's the volcano that we saw before. Okay. The red one is, oh, we have to go in more, I think. Yes. Okay. Because otherwise we're pointing to the wrong one. Okay. Volcano ash advisory, it's erupting. And this, the Benjamin, is 2 out of 5. Growing lava dome in summit caldera, possible lava flow and upper. So you can see that these things are erupting and smoking and growing. So that's most probably what is happening there. That's what's happening. So if we go to the smaller earthquakes, what's happening? Do we have a swarm with smaller earthquakes? Let's see. No, these are the big ones that they have there. They're big enough. So that's what's happening. Of course, this was pretty new, so I doubt that anybody is going to report this to USGS. It may be that they're evacuated because of the big one. They were supposed to, that's the population density. Hardly anybody lives there. Because, of course, why would they live there? They've got all these, there you go. You see that? The spots went out. Hardly anybody lives there. Okay. Hopefully they have been evacuated. I think that the people that reported this earthquake here must have been from Japan, from Hokkaido or somewhere, because as we said, this must have shaken the whole thing. 7.8. I mean, you know, the 8.3 was felt all the way in Moscow. Okay, so this was almost 8, the 7.5. Others said it was 7.8. It could have been felt like maybe half the way to Moscow. I don't know. Maybe all of Japan felt it. I have no idea. But that was pretty strong, the 7.5. And obviously something's happening there. So we may have some kind of eruption. Okay, we'll see. So that's what's new here. That's what's causing it. It must be magma flowing in. Thank you for your support. God bless you. Please take good care of each other and be careful. Thank you. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.